made the decision, sworn by it, and stuck to it that whatever happens, he is going to win this political place in the country because he understands that he does not stand another chance in the next 4 years. And say it again, another 8 years if everything goes as they should. So this man gathered his mob, he gathered his thugs, all his supporters, and all strategists, gave them the warnings that of what they should do, how they should do it, and what they should not do. He mobilized them both with money, motorcycles, placards, cars, and even some weapons like guns and machetes. So here now is a tale of what actually happened between a Nigerian brother, a Nigerian young man, and his brother, who were actually supporting different political opponents at the same time, not minding the fact that they are from the same mother and they are from the same community. So one of the political aspirants was from the same community as the two brothers, and then one from the same constituency was from another community also. But due to what usually happens during the time of political rallies and elections, they are always enemies of one another. This man's camp, Mr. A's camp, cannot cross over to Mr. B's camp. Mr. B's camp cannot cross over to Mr. A's camp because they are all aspiring the same thing. They have the money, they have the funds, they have the manpower, and they have the moral, intellectual, and other form of political support. But now these two brothers they chose their candidates and choosing their candidate it is not the same person. One of them, the elder brother, chose Mr. A, and the younger one chose Mr. B. Because of what the man found in them, candidate Mr. A chose the elder brother as his chief strategist, and the candidate Mr. B chose the younger one as his own chief strategist, thereby literally making the two of them opponents and rivals because they have sworn to give their best, both intellectually, physically, morally, anyhow and anywhere it comes to see that their own candidates wins because of the promises that have been made to them for social appointments, political appointments, a lot of connections, and money, millions of naira, and the other ones. Those are the things they cannot afford to lose, and also having to think about the long running relationship and the loyalties that the men have gained from them. So the elder brother now called the younger one on the phone and told him that you know what, you know how I support him. So I would like you to come over from that camp, the camp from him, and come over to our side. We can pursue this together and the win for this man, and it's the win-win for all, thereby resolving the difference between us and making us friends and brothers at the same time. Then the younger one told him that I have had a long-standing relationship with this man, and he has been one of us from the same community. He's our brother, he's our own flesh. He will have our own people in mind if he eventually wins. So you yourself come over here. Let's join forces and fight for this man. Let him win. The win shall be for all the community and everyone. The elder one told him that this man, who is your brother, has not done anything for you and even the community at all. He has done much. He has been in this post for the past 8 years and he hasn't done anything. He now switched over to contest for this. What is the guarantee that he can do better than the bad that he has done? Put sentiment aside, put bond aside, put brotherliness aside, and come over. This man has given me a lot. He has promised me a lot. And when he wins, we will have the whole world to us. The younger one said no, and the older one said no, that no, they are not going to have to do it. So they stood on their own separate paths, and having to go on rallies, propaganda, political blackmails, and other ones. It resulted in the brothers themselves becoming direct enemies of one another, of each other. So as time went on, the day for the elections approached, and it was approaching. Both of them were preparing for their own candidates. Win or die, win or die, win or die. And candidate Mr. A called his own chief strategist and told him, "Hope everything is all right." And he said, "Yes." And are you watching the camp of Mr. B? what is actually happening there. He told him that Mr. B is planning a political rally in one of those communities on a very strategic day, and that day is what they cannot afford to miss. Because if they afford to miss that community, that holds a very vital part in this election. And whoever wins from that community has won almost the whole constituency. And the man told him that, what do you think that we need to do? He told him that we are going to fix our own very rally that same day, or even a day before them. Because if we are not able to do that, and we lost a day or two to them, once they have gone there and spread false information about us, it is not going to be very easy or simple for us to claim our mandates back. So as this thing was going for a long period of time, black people were quietly preparing their own. The other ones were quietly preparing their own. The venue and time, everything was set. So this thing was supposed to start. This rally was supposed to start around 2 p.m. in the afternoon after everything has been done. So as the Mr. B's camp, we are preparing to go for the rally. Everything has been set already. To their utmost surprise and the unexpected occurrence, Mr. A's camp have already carried placards, megaphones, microphones, and other motorcycles and other ones, and trooped into the street, blocked the main entrance to their rally ground, and blocking the main entrance to their rally ground, started their own about 1 hour 30 minutes earlier before others. So starting 1 hour 30 minutes earlier before others, it has now made the Mr. Beast camp unable to do what they have come to do. And realizing within themselves that they are the ones who actually and truly deserve to be here. They went to Mr. A party group and told him that they should give them a chance, that this is not where they should be. They have paid for this, they have hired everything, they have made all arrangements. And coming an hour and 30 minutes earlier before them is not advisable, because it has caused problem for the both of them, and it is not politically right. He told them that everyone, Mr. BS camp told them that everyone has freedom of movement, freedom of rally, and all that. So remember again that the chief strategist of Mr. A was the elder brother. Then Mr. B's own was the younger brother. And as everything was happening, they are the heads and leaders of the group. So from this, it resulted to a fight. From a fight, from this, it was resulted to an argument. From an argument to a fight, and from a fight, they began to damage properties. From damaging properties, they began to fight one another. Many people were injured, and as the things were happening, the state police command was called. They came so that they could quell the situation, but nothing actually was given. As nothing was actually given, everybody began to run helter skelter. Both the rally of Mr. A and Mr. B, none of them again worked. So this fight took so long that they fought it directly into the marketplace, damaged many things, and it resulted in the looting and loss of many lives and properties. But as the day we are going on, everybody we are regrouping, and as they were regrouping, more they began to challenge each other again. And as they were fighting, one of them drove a motorcycle out of the venue ground and left in anger. And having left in anger, he had with himself a pistol in his pocket, and most of them do. And as they were doing this and fighting, younger brother of the older one, who was in Mr. A's camp, got injured in the arm. As he got injured in the arm, he left to a nearby place to go and take a rest. So the elder brother came up to him and told him that, you, we have decided what we should do. I told you to come and pick part with us, come and pick camp with us, but you thought yourself as very stubborn. All the things that you have done and the ways that you have done it. Hope you like the way everything is going. You have come here and disrupted our gathering. You disrupted our rally. You and your men. You remember that the man who is sponsoring you is nothing worth the power of my own. You think I cannot hurt you because of the fact that you are my brother. I called you on phone and told you that, these are the things you should do, and the things that you should not do. But at the end of the day, you decided to go according to your own will. You do not have respect for me as your elder brother. You do not have respect for the law. You do not have respect for the community. See what you and your men have done. And I promise you that you are certainly going to pay for this. Because once I get rid of you, I will have many places to rest. And stating it, the younger brother was not actually understanding what was happening. He took this for a joke. He took this as one of those regular things that always happen. You understand what I'm saying? So, pulling out his pistol, he told him that this is the day that everything is going to end because you yourself, you have made me very angry, and because of this, I'm going to do with you once and for all. And when I do, you are going to remember me for this. And he puts the trigger twice, one on the forehead and one on the chest, and his elder brother dies on the ground immediately. So when the smoke of everything has cleared away, the noise, the shout, the violence, and everything, everyone came to count their losses. So as things were going, the police command began to arrest all those who were in charge, those who were in place. You know, our political leaders, they have this kind of immunity in place of impunity, where they can do something and still go scot-free. So they were at home watching everything as it was going, but they never took a part in it because the instigators of war had no fight. So as everything was going, they arrested everyone, took them to jail, to court, and as the court proceedings were going, the elder brother and more of his followers and those from the other camps, a number of them were picked and arrested. As they were picked and arrested, then it was Mr. B who later won the election. So having won the election, in the joy of everything, he released those men of his own camp from the prison and left the younger brother and his followers and supporters in there. Then the man who has sponsored them, who has sent them, realizing that he did not win the election and received his compensation, flew out of the country to chill away in one of those foreign comfort. And now, what is going to be the compensation of the young man who was murdered, among others? Their corpses were deposited in the mortuaries, in the morgue. So, having been deposited in the morgue, he ordered that all of them be brought out. He called their families and paid each of them a compensation of 1 million naira, in addition to a building of three-bedroom duplex for each of them. So the young man got buried. He got buried, and his mother received a bed, three bedroom duplex where she was living alone. No more sons, because the first son is now in jail. The second one had been murdered and buried. You now tell me what an old woman is going to do with 1 million naira. It is like enjoying a meal in the presence of your deceased. How comfortable is it going to, to be? Not minding that in the future, in the past, and in the present, many people will still foolishly sacrifice their lives, their loved ones, many people that are very close to them because of sentiment, bond, desires, and many human anticipation and aspirations, many of which do not even result in what we expect. And that is life for you because man is a slave to his own desires. We are just mere servants to our necessities. We choose to attend to things that we need when we want to. But those things that our hearts are always yearning for, we can even sacrifice half of our being for it just to achieve them. And most times, when we have achieved those things, we place them on our palms and observe it. We observe that all that glitters are not even gold. Together, we can save Africa from it starts from the mind first. The mind first.